I'm Rion van Donner, owner of African Barefoot Safaris, and welcome to us.
Well, it's finally departure day. Time for me to head to the airport. My wife's going to drop me off here in Minnesota. I'm going to hop on a flight, fly to Atlanta, and meet up with the rest of the Dirt Road crew. Then we're off to Africa to African Barefoot Safaris. Well, on this trip, I got a bunch of buddies with me. Danny Ellsbury, Ron Pierce, Corey Wallace, his cousin Caden, and the newest member of the club, Eddie Ivy. Well, we're all on the plane. Next stop, Johannesburg, South Africa. Well, we finally made it to Johannesburg. Time to get off this plane, grab our luggage, and go meet up with Rion.
I'm Rion van Donner, owner of African Barefoot Safaris, and welcome to us.
Well, we ended up making it to the African Barefoot Safari Lodge there in the middle of the night. We got unloaded, got a couple hours sleep, and we're all eager to go that next morning. Well, as soon as the sun started to crack, what a beautiful view of the mountains in the background there. One of the most beautiful lodges I've ever seen. But enough talking, let's meet up with our PHs and let's go hunting.
Okay, so the guys are after plains game this week. We offer over 28 species of plains game, and then we have buffalo and sable and all of that as well, if a guy gets interested in something like that while we're busy hunting.
Well, we are about to get this party started down here, South Africa, African Barefoot Safaris. Got the whole crew ready to rock and roll. Hopefully today's our day to shine.
My first love is a wicked, twisted road. I hit the 1,000,000-mile mark at 17 years old. I never saw the rainbow, much less a pot of gold. My first love is a wicked, twisted road. My first love is a castle in the sky. Never thought I'd make it till I had the guts to try. Sat up in my tower while the whole world passed me by. My first love is a castle in the sky.
So guys, day one, South Africa at African Barefoot Safaris. We're just getting in the blind. Perfect day. Weather's perfect, everything.
Alright guys, first day, African Barefoot Safaris. Got Mario, got it done. Let's get it. Ready to get to it. Stay tuned. Just got in the blind. First day.
Day number one, got to the blind, and about an hour went by. First couple animals come in was a group of impala. I was sitting there first morning, and a giant sable comes out, and I've never seen a sable before. Starting to get dark. PH looks out, a real mature Nyala come in. And once I seen what this animal is, it's a beautiful, beautiful animal. And I went ahead and took it.
Well, the ice has been broke down here in South Africa. Danny Ellsbury just killed a beautiful Nyala bull. We're off and running.
Okay, in the mornings for bow hunting especially, around 7 you'll get up, have breakfast around 7:30, and then you'll get a lunch pack, go to the blinds with your PH, and you'll sit in a blind and hunt the animals that you are preferring. And if you shoot an animal, you can either move stands or you can stay in the same blind and hunt the rest of the day. There's a tracker team that come in when you shoot an animal to harvest, to get the animal for you, and they take it to the skinning shed, they skin it for you, they prepare everything for you, salt the skins, clean the skulls, get everything ready for the taxidermy to come and pick it up.
And this truck,
Okay. All right.
we're going to that inland blind that we drove past yesterday, that one eye blind in the back.
Well, old Eddie Ivy's up first on day number 2. They're headed to a big elevated stand. You know, they're going to target zebra and wildebeest. Let's follow along and see how they do.
We had a cameraman with us, and we had a elevated blind overlooking a area and a super big trophy, absolute giant golden wildebeest come in, and we were able to put a pretty good shot on him. Not the perfect shot, but a pretty good shot. And he ran up about 125 yards, and we let him lay for a while. Then we went and got him, and he was there, piled up.
Well, Eddie Ivy broke the ice on day number 2, got himself a beautiful golden wildebeest bull. Well, now we're going to head to the blind I'm setting in about 20 miles away. Got my PH Aldine with me. We got a couple big Gemsbok bulls coming our direction. Time to make a decision. Well, this is my second trip to South Africa, and on my first trip I killed a beautiful Gemsbok bull. So I'm going to pass on these 2 bulls that are coming in and hope that one of my buddies can come back in here tomorrow and maybe harvest one of them. Well, Eldine and myself ended up sitting in that blind till dark, ended up seeing 7 different big Gemsbok bulls. So hopefully somebody comes back tomorrow and is able to harvest one. Well, as we were setting in the blind, we got a text that Ron Pierce got a big Gemsbok bull down. Let's go check that out.
Very nice Gemsbok came in and was able to get a shot on him as he got a drink of water and was slipping back off into the brush. Made a good shot on him. He went maybe 75 yards and was laying there. Beautiful animal. Had no idea these animals were as big as they are.
Well, every night when you get done hunting, you go back, change clothes, head over to the fire, hang out there until dinner's ready. And tonight they got a little treat for us. We've got 4 different kinds of backstraps cooking on the open flame. Gonna be an awesome dinner.
What's up, guys? Day 3 down here in South Africa with the African Barefoot Safaris. Had an awesome day yesterday. Day 2 was awesome. It's gonna be hard to beat. Let a few good animals walk to get the kudu they were looking for, but they had other plans. We're gonna see what happens today. Hopefully we'll get lucky. Let's go. I'm just happy to be here. Hung out for a couple hours. Long story short, here comes some Blesbuck. Left to right. I drew back my bow for over a minute until he told me to let it down, and then finally, when I let it down, probably 5 seconds later, he tells me to draw it back again. I draw it back, and the biggest one of the group comes through, gives me a 20-yard shot. Perfect shot, 60 yards down. Man, it feels good to be on the board down here in Africa.
Well, on day 3 for me, we're switching everything up. I'm actually switching PHs. I'm taking Eldine's husband with me today, old Dion. She has other engagements. She's going to do some tourist stuff. And we're also taking a cameraman with today. Well, I got Marius running the camera today. Our plan is to go set up in the blind with the crossbow, hopefully have a big Nyala bull come in. Well, we weren't in the blind a couple minutes and the wind ended up switching, blowing right to the water hole, ended up blowing out a couple different animals that were coming in. So time to change plans. We're going to put the crossbow down, grab the rifle, let's go cover some country. Well, we got on the high rack and it didn't take us long. We started spotting some animals. You know, the first thing we seen was some zebra, then a nice roan, and then a giraffe. But Dion had a spot picked out where there was a field where he figured there'd be a bunch of Blesbuck hanging out in. So we're going to hop down, try to sneak up that field, see if we can't find a big old Blesbuck.
I just want to check these up. It feels good to check you. I like doing this open area with the sun shining. So
well, sure enough, we sneak up to the edge of the field and it's full of Blesbuck, springbuck, a bunch of wildebeest. Now we just got to try to sneak around, get ourselves into position to make a shot.
first critter just hit the dirt down here. African Barefoot Safaris. We're out here today with prime time. Oh, Dion. Son, we'll put a stalk on this morning.
Well, time to walk down there and put our hands on him. Well, what an awesome Blesbuck. Definitely feels good to have the ice broke down here at African Barefoot Safaris. Time to get this one loaded up, take him back to the skin and shed, and go find animal number 2. Well, as we were driving to the skin and shed to drop off the Blesbuck, our phones were blowing up with calls and texts of people in the group that have put big animals down today. Danny Ellsbury went back to the blind where I was yesterday, put an arrow in that big Gemsbok bull. Ron Pierce just put a big warthog down. Corey Wallace got a big old baboon. Well, needless to say, looks like these guys are having a lot of fun.
Day 3, early, starting to pay off. Got a big baboon, male. These things are a lot bigger than what I thought, that's for sure. I mean, he is huge.
And old Eddie Ivy's on a tear. Well, we got a couple hours of daylight left, so we're going to hop back up on high rack and go see if we can't find either a big Nyala bull or a big bushbuck.
My hat's off to you, guitar man, living off the tips in a coffee can. Don't know how you've done it all these years. Throwing back whiskey and holding back your tears. Well, you're 40 years old, a little overweight, starting to think it might be too late for anything you could have done before.
Well, right at last light, we ended up spotting a Nyala bull. He's really wide. The guides are taking a look at him, and they think he's a little young, so it looks like we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Well, for me, my number 1 animal on my hit list down here this year is a big trophy Nyala bull. Well, our plan on that 4th morning was just to cover a bunch of ground. We're going to go to 3 or 4 different spots where Dion had seen good Nyala bulls the last few weeks, and hopefully we can spot one. Well, we end up spotting a bull. We end up getting down, sneaking up actually to within 20 yards of a nice young bull. He's a little narrow, just needs another year or so, but what a cool encounter. Alright, we're going to hit our backup plan. Deanne's got a spot where he's been seeing a few Nyala bulls crossing the road, a couple good ones heading to water. So we're going to set up there, put some feed out there, see if we can get lucky. Maybe those hinds will come in and they'll bring a big old bull in. Well, sure enough, didn't take long. Here come the cows. Here come a bull. Just not quite a shooter yet, so we're in the right spot. Well, the next thing you know, everything just scattered. We didn't catch it on camera, but everything around us just took off and things were blowing and running through the roads. So Dion said we need to hop in the truck, go up there and see what's going on. We come up around the corner and here's a big old pack of African wild dogs. We end up watching them run off in the brush, and we go up another 100 yards and we find their fresh kill. They just killed a big red hartebeest. Well, it turned out that these dogs had escaped off another concession about 25 miles away and came down here hunting, but they may have screwed up our hunt, but at the same point, not everybody can say they've seen African wild dogs. Pretty awesome experience.
Guys, day 4, South Africa, down to African Barefoot Safaris. We had an awesome day 3. Shot a huge baboon, a great Blesbuck. Exceptional day, awesome. Today we're back in a spot where 2 days ago the wind's finally right. We had some big animals come in, needless to say. We're hoping they do the same thing again and actually present us with a better shot. We're gonna see what happens and just pray.
We get in, we get settled in perfect, didn't spook anything getting in. Immediately, we start getting a bunch of wildebeest come in. He came back in again. We watched him for 15, 20 minutes. My PH Loki, he said, hey, he's an old bull. He said, you gotta take him. You just got to take him. Let it go. Hit him a little bit low. Kind of unsure about the shot at the beginning, but hey, these trackers over here, they are top notch. They found him, were able to recover him. Giant old wildebeest bull.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm bad out of shape. Holy man. Look at that thing. Oh my god. Beautiful animal. Big cool. Look at that dog.
Well, here it is. We finally got it done.
Yes, we saw him for 3 days in a row. Decided to wait a little bit on it for the kudu. And on the 3rd day you said, no, you're gonna take a chance.
It's time to go. It's time to go. Made a little low shot with my bow. Tracked it for how long?
About 5 miles.
5 miles. And then we finally got back on it again. It held tail. We went on a run for it, and that's all she wrote.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, you gotta give Corey's PH Floki and the tracker some credit for that one. Being able to stick with that animal for 5 miles and be able to find him, don't get much better than that. Well, let's head back to the lodge, see if anything else hit the dirt today, and have a good dinner.
The lodge is fully catered. You don't need to worry about any foods or anything. If you book with us, you just tell us what you eat or what you don't eat. Like old Eddie that came over that don't really like game meat. He loves to hunt them, but he don't eat them. We will prepare meat for him as well, separately.
Well, Eddie Ivy finally got his American meal. Well, this is going to wrap up part 1 of our hunt down here at African Barefoot Safaris. To this point, it's been one of the best hunts we've ever been on. One of the nicest lodges. Everybody has their own room. They do your laundry every single day for you. The hunting has been awesome. Make sure you tune back in for part 2. If you're interested in going on a hunt down at African Barefoot Safaris, Rion's going to give you the information. Make sure to get a hold of him.
Okay, the best way to reach us is on our Gmail account. It's africanbarefootsafaris@gmail.com. You'll get a whole day of our mail, like I said. And then, of course, you can follow us on Facebook as well, African Barefoot Safaris, or on Instagram, Barefoot Safaris, at Barefoot Safaris. And you can see we usually post every day what the guys get during the day, so you'll be all catch up to date on each day what happened at the blinds.
I also want to throw a shout out to all the PHs for helping us run camera this week. You guys did a heck of a job.
Hey, thanks for watching this show and hope to see you in Africa.